Welcome back to Guyana News Updates. Announced today, the Government of Guyana will set up sting operations to catch corrupt officers in procurement. Speaking at his recent press interview, Vice President Bharrat Jagdeo sends a stern warning to corrupt officers in procurement to desist and carry out your duties in accordance with your work ethics. Here is what he had to say.
There are a couple of other issues that I wanted to deal with, but today I really don't feel it. Let me just say that there been a review, and I see a lot been written about corruption and all of that. And the government is undertaking a review at every level, the procurement system. And so let me put on notice all of those people who are responsible for procurement in public corporations, statutory bodies, the ministries, region, central ministry, everywhere, all the way up to the National Tender Board. That we're examining the procurement procedures for compliance and also activities for compliance with the laws. And let me make it clear that if we find that those officers are skirting the provisions of the law, the procurement law, then there shall be consequences for them. Because too often we hear here, I sit at Freedom House here, I hear people come and they complain that in some part of this country, remote part of this country, somebody is doing something. People win a bid and then they try, after the bid has been awarded, they try to change specs on the bid. Another issue is payment. People who have done their work and fully submitted their bills and the bills have been certified, some of the accounting officers in the ministries and the clerks, they keep the processing of the payment to people for days on their desk. People have to run there 10 times. They've completed the work. They have to run 10, 15 times to get money for work that they already did. Sometimes they have bank loans. They have other issues to deal with because they've expended money. And they have to run there to these little czars who are processing paper. It could be a clerk, one clerk, who's just holding up a payment because they didn't process the paper on time or send it forward. And then ultimately, sometimes they want money to expedite it when the people should really be receiving their payment. Let me put on notice those people too. So the president has already spoken to the ministers to ensure that this happens in their own sectors. And we're going to take this matter seriously. Whether you're an accounting clerk holding up payment or the procurement officer of the agency, then there will be consequences for everyone. Because sometimes government needs to do this sort of review itself. We have had cases like that. And also, let me say, for people who go out on public contracts, when we have civil works contracts, and they're paid by the government to supervise the work, so they have to supervise and then bring in the bills to say, yes, this physical work was actually done, because nobody in the office will know what is done on a road, say in Melanie or somewhere else. They get paid, the clerk of works, etc. If they falsify that, then you end up paying for what you have not received. And so a lot of that will happen, and there will be some people you would have sting operations too. So I'm telling them, I'm forewarning them. So if you have been engaged in these practices and you get caught, don't come and later complain, oh, you have 2 kids or something else, and or you belong to some party or something else. Don't come and complain about that you belong to a party or you have a party card or anything like that. If you get caught, you face the consequences. So I want to make sure that they understand that segment.
Thank you for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is these measures good or bad?